From your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics on KTAB.
Okay, welcome back to Big Country Politics. We are at beautiful Everman Park, that is behind the Convention and Visitors Bureau Visiting Center here in downtown Abilene, right across the street from the Grace Museum. And we are with Travis Craver, recently elected to place six of the City Council. 5 still to be determined. We'll talk about that here a bit later, but you were sworn in last week. Tell us what that was like.
Oh man, a rush of emotions.
Was it?
So excited, so grateful for the opportunity to serve the great city of Abilene. So many people that have supported me along this journey were able to make it in the morning, and so they were celebrating with me, and so I'm just very grateful for the opportunity to be on council.
We're going to get back to that particular city council meeting here in a minute. First, I'll welcome you and thank you for being on the show.
Sure.
I'm sure we'll have you on a few other times as you progress through your career as a city councilman. I kind of want to just use this time to get to know you. Sure. Obviously, you work over at Hardin Simmons. Tell us a little bit about that and what brings you to Abilene.
Sure. I'm at Hardin Simmons. I'm the director of spiritual formation for Hardin Simmons, so I get to dab a little bit in the classroom as a professor, but at the same time just setting up different tenets, if you will, of making sure all of our students, regardless of their major or their minor, have an opportunity to grow in the person that God's called them to be. And so with that, we have BSM, we have chapels, we have different things that we kind of oversee that feed into the broader picture of our school. And so for me, is just trying to do the best that I can to make sure that our students are growing in the men and women that Christ has called them to be.
Now, you were a student at Hardin Simmons?
I was.
First.
I actually was a football player. I played football.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I did. I went to Hardin Simmons as a football player, majored in speech rhetoric, minored in leadership, spent 4 years under the tutelage of Jimmy Killing, who was my college football coach at the time. Ended up getting my master's from Hardin Simmons in family ministry and counseling. Worked at Pioneer Drive as their youth director for about 10 years in youth ministry, and went to Baylor and got my PhD in spiritual formation and leadership.
I want to learn a little bit more about your football career.
Yeah.
Tell me about this and what brought you to Hardin Simmons and football.
You know, I grew up in a family that is immersed in football.
Really?
All of my brothers played Division I football, one for Tulsa, the other two for the University of Nebraska. Football's in our blood. We love football. And some have been blessed to go on and play at the NFL level. And so for us, football is one of the ways that we've always connected, not just to a sport, but to other people in a community, regardless of race, religion, or whatever. And so we're a very competitive family.
What position did you play?
I was a free safety.
Free safety?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
So you know, and I feel like you're qualified to answer this question, you know about competitive sports, being competitive and learning from football. All these kids right now that are playing Pop Warner, middle school, high school football, what are they learning from that, you think?
You know, I think first and foremost, it depends on the environment and the leadership. I think the leaders have to cultivate a broader picture of it not just being a sport, but a sport that teaches you about life. And so for me, I learned not just to respect the people that I competed with and alongside, but to respect each other as a human being made in the image of God. And so I always was blessed with coaches who tried to encourage us, not just as men on the field, but more so men off the field.
I guess you're right. That does start at the top, learning, and it starts with your coach, right?
It does, absolutely. Leadership is everything.
Okay, and now back to you. Now that we got football out of the way,
I can talk football anytime.
So you met your wife here at Hardin Simmons, married, and you have kids.
Yes, sir. Met Caroline, my wife, Caroline Craver. She's taught in Woodson AISD, and now it's Long Early Childhood. She taught for over 10 years. Now she's a stay-at-home mom who focuses on the well-being of our children. We have a daughter, Leia Savannah, who's 5, and then Linus, who's 4. And so we've been married for about 10 years, met her at school and just could not take my eyes off of her and asked her to coffee, and the rest is history.
Really?
Yes, sir.
How awesome is that? So you decide you meet your wife here, you go to school here, you met your wife here, and then now you have made a career here.
Sure.
It's kind of what Abilene right now is going after.
Sure.
We're hoping to, all those kids that come here at any one of the colleges, we want to entice them to stay here. What made you stay here?
You know, first and foremost, I was very blessed to have a community. I found community not just in my sport, but in the city of Abilene, and people who walked alongside me, encouraged me, kind of would point me in directions where they knew I could possibly flourish or had opportunities. And definitely one of those people is a father, like a father to me, Dr. Rob Wiley and Angie. They walked alongside me, whether it be through the loss of family, job searching, identity seeking. I think that that's the key is just finding a community that makes you feel connected. And when you feel connected, you're more likely to really plant yourself in a place.
What would you tell others in your position who'd come to school here, made a life here, but are really looking to move on from Abilene once they get their careers going? What would you tell them to maybe encourage to stay? I mean, your experience cannot be everybody's, but what would you tell them?
I think first and foremost, whenever you start to learn more about the great city of Abilene, you can't help but be excited about what we're doing and the direction that we're going. And so I think a lot of it is just educating and knowing more so what all this great city does behind the scenes that a lot of college students maybe aren't aware of, and I knew that I wasn't aware of. And so the more that I started to learn about Abilene, the more that I started to see different people in leadership in Abilene, the more I started to see opportunities where I could find my niche and feel like I could contribute to the city itself.
Because I think that's what you really need when you live somewhere. You need community, right? You need that niche, and you need your way in that Abilene. I mean, in the wherever you live.
Right.
And you obviously found yours, and now you're moving on to City Council. And I want to talk to Mr. Craver about that and your upcoming City Council career when we come back in just a few minutes on Big Country Politics.